Welcome to my new video. Today I am going to talk about develop project charter template. Project integration management is key to success, and project charter is done in this knowledge area. And the role of a project manager to perform integration. It is the optimal way to keep project on track and achieve project objectives. The only thing in project which project manager cannot delegate to the project manager is its own job as a project manager to perform, and that is integration. In project integration management, basically we have 7 processes: project charter, project management plan, direct and manage project work, manage project knowledge, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, and close project or phase. And this is your job which you will perform in your entire life cycle of the project. Good project managers are jacks of all trades and masters of none, but at least in the traditional sense. However, when you dig a little deeper, you see that the project managers are masters of something, that is integration management. This is your job to manage your project, to lead the project according to the specification and requirements specified by the project stakeholders. You may not be involved in a project charter, but project management plan in executing phase, managing the project, controlling the project, and of course closing the project and catching a change or pitching a change. This is your responsibility which you will perform. In my last video, I have talked about in detail about of all inputs of project charter, like business case, like project documents, like enterprise environmental factor, organization process assets. We talked about in detail about tools and techniques. Number 1 was expert judgment. In data gathering, we talk about interviews, brainstormings, focus groups, interpersonal skills like conflict management and meeting management, of course. And output is project charter and assumption log. So let's talk about today about project charter. I'm going to share template with you. The project is project title electrification of village Tarnab and Court district Charsadda. Project sponsor is Pesco Peshawar Electricity Supply Company. Date prepared is 27/1/2014. Project manager is Kashif Farhan, XCN Construction Pesco. And project title is Project Customer People of Village Tarnab and Court Project. As we have talked about that projects are initiated because of business cases, and business case is your project justification, why you want to do this project, why your company cannot survive without this project. So let's talk about these are the overview of your business case. Business case, always remember, is a separate document, and I have talked about in detail about the business case and its all elements and subcomponents. If you did not watch my video, my advice is to watch that video first. So let's talk about the business case here. The population of village Tarnab and Court is approximately 10,000 people who are deprived of electricity even in 21st century. Overall, the quality and standard of their living is very low due to non-availability of electricity. They are not having access to the basic necessities of life like drinking water, health, information technology, and all other benefits associated with electricity. The project will give all inhabitants of village Tarnab and Court access to electricity, number 1. Number 2, it will improve the quality of life through the delivery of modern social services such as health, education, and so on. It increases investment in rural area so as to create employment and increase incomes. It will improve the general economic and social status of people in rural areas. It will help in reversing urban migration and energy related environmental degradation. The electrification of these villages will functionalize the tube wells of drinking water. It will also keep the villages light during night, which will help in reducing theft and like crimes due to non-availability of light during night time. In short, the project will bring about a revolutionary improvement in the quality and way of living of the people. From organization point of view, it will increase the sale of electricity 5 million units per year, generating revenue of PKR 50 million per year for PESCO. It has both financial benefits and will also provide a service to the people. It is just an example, not real data I am talking about. It is just an example, an assignment which was submitted to me by Mr. Kashif Farhan, who was my very brilliant student. So it has nothing to do with PESCO. The project will provide electricity to approximately 700 houses and will be capable of accommodating 300 more houses, a total of 1000 houses of village Tanab and Court district Charsadda. This is called project description. This section was project business case, and business case is separate document which becomes input to project charter. Fine. So next step is to work on the description of the project. Like the project will provide electricity to approximately 700 houses and will capable of accommodating 300 more houses. So the scenario is very clear. When this project will complete, you are going to provide electricity to around 700 houses, altogether 1000 houses with 300 more house capacity. The project will include construction of 220 km HT and 14 km LT lines. It will include installation of transformer. The electrification of these villages will functionalize the tube wells for drinking water. It will also electrify the basic health units. It will electrify the schools. It will electrify the street lights. It will electrify the mosque. So the description is very detailed and very clear. So this is how we provide description in project charter. Let's talk about high level requirements. Always remember, project charter is the first official document. This is the go ahead document. When we hand over this document to a project manager, obviously based on this document, project manager can easily work on the project because it contains description, it contains justification, and it also contains high level requirements. So let's talk about high level requirements. Construction of HT lines, construction of LT lines, electrification of HT and LT structures, erection of HT and LT structures, installation of transformers, three-phase electric supply, single phase electric supply to street lights through independent transformers in each zone, three-phase electric supply to number 2 mosque each through independent transformer, three-phase electric supply to all of the houses in all 4 zones with a service distance not exceeding 40 meter, and further load capacity for 300 more houses to be reserved for future expansion, and voltage can drop between 0.5% plus minus. Another very important thing which project charter contains is called risk. Risk can damage your project, and we specify what are risks involved in this project while completing this project. These are high level risks. When you start your project, you will identify detailed risk in detail. So number 1 risk may be lack of funds or lack of resources, human right of way, political influence, and political difference of political parties. So this could be the difference in a project charter. So it contains scope. The project will provide electricity to a total of 100,000 houses. It will generate a revenue of PKR 50 million per year for PESCO. Successful completion of the project to provide electricity to the villagers, satisfy stakeholders, increase in PESCO revenue. This is our success criteria. And who will approve? Chief Executive Officer PESCO. So project charter contains objectives. Number 1, project charter contains objectives, and we initiate our project to achieve our objectives, and objectives are given in a project charter. Fine. So these are the objectives: erection of 210 HT line, erection of 150 LT line, laying of 65 kilometer. So these are the objectives given in your project charter. It also contains deadlines. It contains budget, like the project will start in September 14 and end on April 15. Timely start and completion before summer, project director construction. And the budget is 20 million. The completion of project within given budget, board of directors, and quality of work must be maintained. No injuries or and accident to people at work, no damage to the equipment and machinery. And it contains summary milestones. So milestones are point to achieve something. These are not activities like design and approval will be done by September 2014, 3014. Resource mobilization to site October 2014. Marketing and digging of HT and LT structures November 5, 2014. Erection of HT and LT structures February 15, 2015. Installation of transformer March 31st, 2015. So these are the milestones we provide in a project charter. Estimated budget, and it also talks about the project manager authority level. Project manager can hire people, release team members, and recognition and reward comes under the project manager authority and power. So this was the real example of a project charter. Once again, to recap my lecture, project charter contains project description. Project charter contains project justification, and justification is like your project or your company cannot survive without this project. That is called justification. And justification or business case are given in a business case document. Business case is a separate document which is done before the start of any project. So business, I have talked about in detail about business case. If you have any deficiency in understanding business case, you must watch my video business case uploaded in my YouTube channel. It contains description, it contains scope, it contains objectives, it contains high level requirements, it contains high level list of stakeholders, it provides us budget, it gives us deadline, when will project start, when project will finish. And it also talks about project manager authority level. In my next video, we will discuss how to prepare project management plan. Do not forget, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.